I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to episode 58 of Raise the Halt, our Aston Villa quest to return them to the top of European football. And since our last episode, if we have a look here, you can see we've just had the one game away to Wolverhampton. It was a 3-1 win. It was a tough game for us, actually. They were quite good going forward, but as 3 goals suggest, they were a little bit weak at the back. So it was Gonzalez, Wilson, and Adama Kone that got the goals for us. And still no sign of Jack Grealish. We sold him to Wolves, but he's down in their reserves. So it hasn't turned out to be the best move, that one, for Jack, but not particularly our concern. So this episode, we're going to go and play Swansea, and then, of course, we have the second leg of our Champions League first round knockout fixture against Sevilla at home. We've got 2-2 draw in the first leg, those 2 away goals. If you haven't seen that game, go back, watch last episode. It was an interesting game, I think. And then, of course, we had the Everton win as well, so it's definitely worth going back for. First things first to Swansea, though, and this is the team that we're going with. It's a bit of a backup team, so you see that when we go through it. Golini in goal, Langley, Van Drongelen, and Kone. We're not taking any risks at the back. Bree and Mingzo are going to give us the width. Doyle Hayes, Luis Felipe are in midfield. And then we still have the Holy Trinity, Roberts, Gonzalez, and Wilson. If we happen to get ahead, we will look to rest one, if not all of them. Okay, so we can see they're going for a standard 4-4-2. Both the AU brothers are in there still, so that's interesting. They must be getting on a little bit by now, wouldn't they? So let's have a look. Reb Rob says challenge them to pick up where they left off. And you can see from here, apparently, if we win this game, we can secure the Europa League spot for next season, which is good. We'll tell them to keep on their run. Obviously, that's not our goal, but that was our bare minimum requirement from the board, I think. So we can do that are we still in March, I think? In late March, mid to late March. So that is pretty impressive by anybody's standards, I would say. All right, let's go. Okay, this is, again, one of these games that I tend to put on the channel before a European game that we drop silly points. We remember we had the 0-0 draw against Wolverhampton earlier on in the year. Obviously, we made amends for that last game, but we just don't want to be dropping silly points this time of the season, especially given that it is so tight between us and Manchester United and Arsenal. I didn't actually show you guys the table. We are still top, obviously, but it's still just the point to Man United and then 2 points to Arsenal, so it's super, super tight. Let's see what we can do here. It's a long kickoff highlight, but nothing came of it. Let's give them an encourage. Jordan Ayew's injured. Instinctively, I thought that was bad for a second there. That's just Premier League post-traumatic stress disorder, I think. Can we get that away? It's on goal. It's away eventually. Oh, can we give them a concentrate? It's too soon for that, isn't it? We have our youth intake, which we'll have a look at after this game. I still want to have the offer there. Anybody that would like to have a Youth Academy product. I guess they are a Youth Academy product named after them. Leave me a comment or let me tweet me on Twitter, and I'd like to do that. So we have you guys coming through the Youth Academy rather than just random sort of computer-generated names. I think it'd be a bit nicer to have you guys in the team. Can we get anything from this corner? Luis Felipe. Patrick Roberts. Can he put his foot through on Paddy Roberts? Oh, it's a bit of a show save there, I think, from the keeper. So we'll have a look at the youth that have come through. Not the best batch, I have to say, we have had, but there's still a few players there that could definitely challenge for the first team. Paddy Roberts. Go on, son. Paddy Roberts! Just doesn't quite have his shooting boots on today, does he? So my plan for the next game, to sort of give you an idea of why we've picked the team that we have, is I think we're going to play with a defensive midfielder rather than an attacking midfielder, sort of in the Patrick Roberts role. So what I'm thinking is that we'll go with Conrad Lima, Dele Alli, and Luis Felipe as our midfield trio, with obviously Conrad Lima sitting a little bit deeper, protecting the back four, rather than sort of a Patrick Roberts figure in behind the front two, if that makes sense. So that's my thinking behind the team for this game, and obviously the next one in mind. And then we'll obviously bring Ben Davies and Andrea Conti back to play wide positions as well. Are we lagging here, I think? Apologies for that, everybody. Can we get into that? We can. Wilson! Well, it was an absolute gift from the Swansea defender. Who was that? Tillman, was it? I don't recognise the name. look at that. It's a horrible pass. And Wilson on his toes. He's playing as a poacher, and he definitely poached there. Fantastic. So that gives us a gifted lead, a 1-0 lead. You can see now they're looking nervous all of a sudden, which can only benefit us. Let's just tell them when we can here to concentrate. We don't want to gift them back a goal by way of an error. Gonzalez, he's just so inconsistent, isn't he? Only playing a 6.5 here. The corner comes in. Doyle Hayes! It's not there. It was on the line. How did that not go in? It looked... If Doyle Hayes didn't score directly, it looked for certain as though James Wilson was going to knock that in, but was not to be, was it? Look at the domination this half. 7 shots on target to 0. So it's one of these games that can only really go wrong from the second half, isn't it? So let's assertively don't get complacent and get back out there. We really would love to just get a second goal just to cover ourselves from a bit of a lapse in concentration from one of the players. I mean, for the most part, we're motivated. We're not necessarily playing badly. We just need to get that second goal, don't we? They have had more of the ball, which, why in itself, it's not necessarily what we do. We're not necessarily a possession team in that sense. It does mean that they obviously have an increased chance of going and knocking in a goal. So let's try demand more here, because we should be winning this game by more than a goal with 8 shots on target, 15 on goal in general. Okay, so we're going to have to look for changes here. I'm not happy with Gonzalez, although he is motivated. We're going to take him off and put Molino on. And we're going to play Molino as he's advanced forward, telling him that we have faith in him. Just see what he does. It's not necessarily the time to be experimenting, but, I mean, they're looking really frustrated. We just need to tell them to keep their concentration levels up here. All right, just a patch of horrible lag there, guys. I'm not sure what the computer was doing. Felipe! All right, do we encourage concentrate? I think it's a time of the game now where we've just got to concentrate and see it out. It might be time, perhaps, to look at getting Patrick Roberts off and dropping a midfielder in to screen the back 3. Bree knocks that ball back nicely. Paddy Roberts, Doyle Hayes. Look at the space in there. He's gone back to Felipe. Back to Kone, Van Drongelen. We're keeping the ball nicely. Into Paddy Roberts. Not much going on. That was a wonderful ball from Molino. Go on, Matty Molino. Go! What a pass from Luis Felipe between him and Dele Alli. I'm looking forward actually next game to seeing how they go together. And that's a wonderful pass as well from Paddy Roberts. Molino, Matty Molino. It's 2-0. That should be enough to secure us the win. And what I would like to do now is we have Dixon on the bench. I'd like to give him a game because he's one of these young guys that we have very high hopes for. I think he's perhaps better coming from slightly deeper. Is he better on support? We'll leave him on attack, though. I want to try and see how he goes in an attacking sense. He has done well for us when he's come on in the past, so it will be interesting just to see how he can go sort of playing with the first teamers as opposed to in the cup games where he tends to obviously play with just the reserves. So we've got this should be the last highlight of the game. Can we whip one in? Go on, Dixon, have a shot. Shoot, no. Well, 2-0, that is all we needed, isn't it? It's a solid win. It was a comfortable win. Maybe should have been more comfortable, but I think we can be happy with that. So we secure the win at Villa Park. Let's have a look at the table, see what that does. And you can see we've played the extra game now, but we are now 5 points ahead of Arsenal. What's that? Maths? 7 points? Yeah, 7 points ahead of Manchester United. I'll edit out the length of that pause because that's just embarrassing for me. So let's have a look at these youth products while we're here. You can see Matt Noon is a decent looking left winger. I think if I'd like to have some young wingers coming through because, as we mentioned last episode, or one before that, we sold Andre Green, so we don't really have any wingers at the moment. So if you'd like to be Matt Noon, let me know. Maurice Lemaire, he's a 15-year-old French striker. Again, someone that he has good finishing already, good heading, so he's someone that could find his way into the first team. And the other real prospect here is Raymond Noel. We can see another left-sided winger, one that I think we could almost retrain as a striker because he has the finishing and the first touch as well. And off the ball isn't great, so we'd have to train that. But yeah, another one there as well that I think could do quite well. So like I said, I'd like to name some of these guys after you. So if you want to be have a youth product named after you, do let me know and we will look to do that. But for now, let's come back shortly for the Champions League and Sevilla second leg. Okay, here we go. Sevilla, the second leg at Villa Park. Are we nervous, everybody? Because I know I am. Here is the team we're going with. We've had a bit of an injury concern with Van Drongelen. He's 93% fitness still, so he should be fine. Just picked up a bit of a knock in training. So we've got Golini in goal, Lenglet, Van Drongelen and Kone. Davies and Conti providing the width. Lima in to play in the defensive role there with Ali and Luis Felipe in midfield. Gonzalez and Wilson up top. We do have Roberts on the bench. Strands Larsen is back fit as well, so he's back on the bench. So let's hope that we can go and get what we need to get into the Champions League quarterfinals, guys. All right, so we can see they're lining up the same as they did last game, more or less. I think that's what they did last game, wasn't it? I can't remember now, actually, if I'm being honest. Challenge them with a pick up where they left off. I think if there's ever a game to say do it for the fans, I think, okay, we'll go, come on, lads, show me what you can do to keep our run going. Yeah, that seemed to have worked pretty well. And then we'll do our usual, we have faith. And then I'm curious to see how this midfield configuration works as well. And then if it doesn't work, like I said, we have Patrick Roberts on the bench and we can revert back to normal if we have to. All right. All right, come on, Villa. Come on. I am sick to my stomach with nerves here. We know we have the lead on away goals, so a 0-0 draw gets us through. A 1-1 draw obviously will get us through. Any more goals conceded than that, and it starts to get a little bit anxious for us. This looks like it's going to be their highlight, so this is not a great start. Nope, Wilson's there. Oh, and that's Gonzalez, isn't it? I can't read names. That's the ball. Look at that. Go on, Wilson. Go on, son. Go on. Come on. Oh, what was that? All right, let's encourage... Oh, was that a calm down? A calm down works as well, actually. That's fine. Oh, that looked like the finish of a very nervous man, didn't it? We're struggling to keep possession, but that's okay, because like I say, we don't normally do that anyway. Let's get this clear. Kone, what a beast in the area he is. It's fallen to No, it was Wilson. I cannot read today. Go up to Dele Alli. Come on, Dele. Pick a pass, mate. Conrad Lima, there's a counter-attack on. Look at the space we have. Pouring forward. Wilson, can he pick out someone at the back post? We've got men in the box. We've got 6 of them in the back. Oh, come on. Conte, can he get that? He can. Gonzalez, bicycle kick. Anything. It's still there for us. Dele Alli down to Wilson. Oh, what a miss. Was he offside? Wilson was offside anyway. Oh, come on. We've got to start putting these chances away. We should be 2-0 up. Well, it was offside, so maybe not, but... You know what I mean? Oh, we just had a bunch of body language turn yellow there before this highlight started. That worries me. Rafinha, I love that as a Brazilian name. That's amazing. It's back there. It's cleared by Ben Davies. Out to Wilson. Can we launch another attack? Not the best pass forward. You could see what he was going for, but it's not really. It needed the other way around. Gonzalez over the top to Wilson, didn't it? But it's good to see Gonzalez staying with his man. Should have men in the middle there to shut them down. Wilson is not the best at staying with his man. Van Drongelen, heads clear. Not clear completely, though. Oh, I can't even talk. Come on, boys. Get a tackle in. There we go, Lima. Good tackle up to Felipe. We've got men either side. Wilson's probably the man to go to here. Well-timed pass, well-timed run. We've got 3 men at the back post. Will he go himself? Wilson! Oh, how's he missed? Oh, I'm really worried that this is going to come back and haunt us. We have had 3 absolute golden chances that we have not put away. All right, concentrate, boys. Concentrate. All right, another chance here. Gets it into Lima. Oh, he's lost the ball. Is this going to be their highlight? He's gone back to the keeper. That's an interesting pass back to the keeper. He's knocked it up. We've got that ball back comfortably. Longley apparently is how you pronounce that, according to the Manchester United Sevilla game the other night, the commentary. Good ball for Conti. He's going down the wing. Can he find a cross? He's past his man. Picks it into Gonzalez. Oh, good tackle. So they're still there for us. Still there for Gonzalez. Back to anybody. That's it. Persistence pays off. Was that fifth time's a charm? And it was a good tackle there. Conti stayed with it. Gonzalez did well to pick out. Well, it was more of a deflection, wasn't it? It was a little bit lucky, if anything. But Ben Davies put it away nicely. 1-0, and that gives us a little bit of breathing space now. Wilson, he's 6.6. He's not having his best game, is he? But we're creating the chances, which is the main thing. So can we get into half-time at 1-1? We can. So now the obvious thing, and I think the only thing to say, is an assertive, don't get complacent. And just send them back out, really. It's no point over saying what needs to be done. I'm sure they know what we need to do here. If we keep a clean sheet, we're in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. Aston Villa is in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. A little bit worried about Wilson here, but I think a goal for him will fix that match rating up in a jiffy. But it's just in a jiffy. Born in the 70s or something. Come on. Golini, he's there. Okay, I can't even speak. Gonzalez, Golini, there's too many. We've got Wilson and Walter up front. They look the same. I'm apparently blind. Go on, Ben Davies. We've got space in here. There we go. Wilson dropped into that space nicely, didn't he? Ball forward. That's not the pass that we needed. You can see what he's going for. Conti gets a good header to win. Just couldn't quite get the second ball there into Dele Alli. Ali is chasing the ball a little bit there, isn't he? Which is slightly worrying, and he hasn't won the tackle either. That means they're going to have a lot of space in here. Looks like we've recovered that okay, though. They're not playing with any great tempo, are they? Just taking their time, picking their passes. Can we get a tackle in? We're going to have to clear a header here, aren't we? Oh, it's in at the near post again. That's Druisi. That's his third goal this tie. What do I want to say? Concentrate. I don't understand. I mean, we'll have to have a look at him. How good is his movement? It can't be that great. I mean, there's two men in there. We should. It's Van Drongelen again. He's not following runs, is he? All right, 1-1. It's still good enough for us because it was 2-2 away. So this is still okay. But you just worry a little bit now. They've got another highlight. Come on, clear that. Someone just go through the back of Druisi and just get him off the field. They're just passing it around nicely. We're not set to close down. We're only set to close down sometimes. We had that clear. Van Drongelen, he is there. Gonzalez, can we launch a counter-attack here? Felipe, over the top to Wilson. Come on, Wilson. Put this one in. Come on. Oh, my gosh. What? Do we take him off? I mean, we only have Strands last and we lose that threat in behind. Can we do an individual team talk? Maybe a calm down to James Wilson. He doesn't look like he's relaxed, does he? He's not, just score. It's like he's overcomplicating things. Dele Alli isn't having his best game either. Oh, we're making it hard for ourselves. Can we get that clear? We can, sort of. They're going to get that ball back, though. Oh, let me know in the comments what your emotions were during this game. I feel a little bit sick still. Can we get that, close it down, win that? Conti's there. Can we launch a counter-attack? Dele Alli. Luis Felipe. Felipe, can we get this? I'd just like to get it upfield. There we go. Conti, it's gone infield. It's gone to Gonzalez. We have Wilson. We have Dele Alli running up. It's gone into Wilson, into feet. Can't quite keep the ball. Can we win that back? Yes, we can. Van Drongelen, well done, son. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Win that. We need to do something here. Oh, it's in the... Oh, I'm wondering if we should change. I'm scared to push the line up because I don't want to... We saw what their first goal last game. They just knocked it over our heads. Can we get that? We can, Wilson! Oh, what a save onto the post. It's looking as though it's just not going to be Wilson's game. All right, we'll wait for this highlight. I'm thinking we might take him off because we are actually in front at the moment. We need to remember that. If we take him off, bring Strands Larsen on for the last 10 minutes, he can hold the ball up. We lose the pace. What is that? We lose the pace for the counter-attack, but we can maybe build more. All right, Conti. Can he get a ball in? He can. Back post, Wilson! Oh, he's just not going to score today. He's just not going to score a goal. Okay, so let's take him off. Switch them around. Target man for Strands Larsen on attack, though, please. We'll try Gonzalez as a poacher, actually. He doesn't have the pace of Wilson, but he's a decent finisher, I think. I think he could do okay there. All right, Golini, let's knock it up. We have Strands Larsen up there now, so we know we have someone who can win a ball. It's coming back at us, though. We just can't get that second ball. Oh, I feel sick. Conti's there. Can we clear it? Conti, almost swore there. Keep it PG, Aussie Villa. Keep it PG. Come on. Bit of pressure on the ball. We have it. We have it. Can we clear it, please? We can. I'd be a terrible defender in real life, wouldn't I? Just put your foot through everything. That's what I basically did when I played anyway. Just put my foot through everything. Didn't matter where I was on the field. Just put your foot through it. Oh, come on. They're just looking a lot better than we are right now. All right, Strands Larsen has that. Moving upfield. He's such a beast. Look how tall he is. Can he find a pass into Gonzalez's feet? Go on, Gonzalez. No, that's terrible. I don't know what to do about our finishing. It's just been absolutely horrible. Okay, we have to do a concentrate. It was 5 minutes to go. What can we do? Strands Larsen is in no way marking his man. In absolutely no way, Strands Larsen is that considered marking your man. I'm wondering if it's Patrick Roberts is the answer, but I don't know what the question is. All right, Langley, just put your foot through it. Let's just get it upfield, please. Thank you. Ben Davies is there. Can he find? He can. Gonzalez. It's a decent ball over the top for Strands Larsen. No, he can't quite get there, but we still got the ball. We've got a second ball, which is good. Felipe, nice ball out to Ben Davies. We've got Strands Larsen in the middle. Just put a cross up for him to head. Strands Larsen! Off the post! Gonzalez! It's outside the post! Oh! What a goal. It got in eventually. It just looked like it wasn't going to be. It's the second time this half we've hit that post. Oh, what a header it was. But Gonzalez was he was poaching, wasn't he? He was in the perfect place to do that and just knocked it in. Fantastic. All right, now we need to go and shut this puppy down. Actually, we know what we'll do. We'll do it from the tactics screen. We want to put our fullbacks to defend. And then we want to go in here and we want to go defensive. We want to lower the tempo. We want to be highly structured. We want to stay on our feet, be more disciplined, stick to positions, retain possession. And let's go mix crosses just for fun because we have Strands Larsen up top. Now, time-wasting subs. Let's go. We'll take off Luis Felipe and we'll bring on Doyle Hayes. Because worst case scenario, if everything goes tits up and they score, we still have Patrick Roberts we can bring on. Come on, come on. 4 minutes away, guys. 3 minutes away. 2 minutes away. A minute away. I think we are in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final. Get in. What a performance. It really wasn't that good of a performance. Well, actually, no, it was a good performance. The finishing was absolutely woeful. Let's just go with a good win. All right. Well, Benfica beat Arsenal, so I think we can take a breath. I actually have chest pains. I may need to go to A&E, but that's okay. We got through. And just quickly before we get to the draw for the quarterfinals, look at this. United has lost. We're now 4 points clear, and we have a game in hand on United. And obviously, 4 points clear, and we're equal games with Arsenal. This is with 8 games to go. And this sounds ridiculous. I would almost be disappointed if we didn't win the league at this point, which, as I said, sounds ridiculous, but let's think about that while we wait for the Champions League draw. Okay, here we go. The draw for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Let's have a look. Who do we want? Arsenal? I thought Arsenal got knocked out. Maybe obviously not. I could have sworn they got knocked out. So okay, Barcelona, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Benfica, Paris, or Bayern. I mean, the obvious one there, I think, is Benfica, isn't it? I mean, we know we can beat Real Madrid. I mean, that goes without saying. Either of the English teams, I mean, that's going to be tough. This is it, isn't it? There is no good result here for us, I don't think. Benfica, I think, is the only one that we would consider to be a good result. Let's have a look. Man United, Paris, Bayern, Barcelona. That's a tie and a half. Look at that one. Arsenal, Real Madrid. So we've got Benfica. And we've got the second leg at home. So we'll come back next episode, obviously, for the Champions League quarterfinal. You know what we'll do? We're going to come back and we're going to do a Benfica doubleheader. So I'll play the Manchester City game. They're fifth. It doesn't really bear too much in terms of league position because we're going to finish top 3. The league, I think, is going to be the big one against Arsenal. So what we'll do is we'll come back. Next episode will be a quarterfinal doubleheader, both Benfica games. And then we'll come back the episode after that. It'll be Arsenal and hopefully, fingers crossed, the first leg of this Champions League semi-final. What an episode that'll be. But next time it'll be Benfica doubleheader, Champions League quarterfinal. So don't miss that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed getting into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But before we go this episode, here are the goals of the month for March. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next time.